Hello and welcome back to art class. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making an advanced form of a paper snowflake. Now let me give you an example of one that I've done. Okay, this is a little bit more tricky than the normal just couple folds. There's actually a few more folds in there. So you're going to need a few items. This might make it a little bit easier to actually see it. There you go. Need a few items. You're going to need a white piece of paper, you're going to want a pencil, you're going to want an eraser, and a pair of scissors. Okay, to start off with, you're just going to fold your piece of paper in half, or not in half, but diagonally, because we actually need a square piece of paper. So you're going to want that edge to line up as best as you can. Then take your pencil. I'm going to trace the little edge there so you can have something to cut on. Open it up and cut on that line. Okay, this is just scrap for off to the side. Next, this is kind of going to feel a little bit like origami with the way we're folding it. Okay, first, what we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half like a book. Doesn't really matter which way as long as it's in half like a book. Again, give it a good solid crease once you're in the spot. Okay. Then next you're going to fold it in half to make a small square. Like so. Okay. Next, you're going to take this part here and you're going to fold it, and this has got the fold on it. Okay, it's not the opened end. See, this other end is open. I'm going to take the fold and I'm going to fold it like this. So this fold ends up touching this fold. So the top layer becomes a triangle. Okay. Like that. Then I'm going to flip it over. And you're going to fold this piece back. Like so. And I do highly recommend pausing, rewinding, rewatching this as you go. Okay, so now it looks kind of like this. Okay, next I'm gonna take this piece, this top layer, and I'm gonna fold it like this. So I'm gonna fold it so that this edge matches with this edge. And it hangs, so you can see how it's hanging off the side there. So you can see, I'm gonna flip it over so you can see how it hangs right there. Again, I'm gonna go in, make sure my creases are nice and crisp. Crisp creases are important for this. Okay, now it looks kind of like this. Well, this piece here needs to actually fold back the same way. So I'm going to flip it over so that I can fold this piece back. Okay, so you can see this. So this is what it looks like on this side. Okay. Open it up a little bit. That's what it would look like this. Okay, we're going to keep it closed like this. Now, what we're going to need to do is the parts that are hanging off, if you look inside, there's these little like wings that are floating off. We actually need to trim those off. You can, if you want, open it up so it kind of looks like a kite, and you can trace the line so you know where to cut. Or what I do, I'm pretty good with my scissors. What I'm going to do is I know where it needs to be cut here. I'm going to cut all the way to the point there. Like that. This becomes scrap. Okay. Next, you're going to flip it over like this. So you got a straight edge and then it tilts that way. Next, we're going to need to do a little bit of drawing. We want to be making our snowflake design. So, to start this off, I find using straight edges a little bit easier for this kind of thing. So I'm going to have snowflake. Let's see. draw out my design here, and then snip the end of my piece here. Now make sure that your design goes all the way, at least and touches the other side at one point. So you can see my design was mostly on one side, but at least in one part, actually two parts, there's a part here and a part here, that it actually touches the other side. I recommend for your first one, if you want to do more than one, that you do this basic design so you get an idea of how to do it. Okay? Now try to do it as straight as you can, straight edges, because it makes it easier for cutting purposes. Once you get a hang on this, then you can do more advanced. And I do have one example of a little bit more advanced one than this. Okay, so next, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start cutting on the line. Now we want this solid piece here on this side. Okay? So this little piece here is, I'm going to, over here, I'll shade it in. This is extra. This piece is extra, and this little sliver down here is extra. Okay, so where I have my scribbles is the extra. I would recommend marking your extra as well. That way you know if you make a snip in that area, it's not a big deal. So what I'm gonna do is, as I'm cutting all these layers, I can cut straight across because I know that's extra. Okay, so this is what you end up with. Doesn't look like much, right? Because it's all folded up. Okay, next I'm going to open it up slowly and carefully because there's lots of folds in here. Flatten it out kind of as I go. I'm going to open up the next part. Like that. Okay, like I said, this is a little bit more advanced. There's more folds than normal. Okay. Let me give you an example of an even more advanced version. Same folds, just a different cut. Okay, so in this example, it's gonna be kind of hard to see because it keeps coming to unfold on me. You can see that honestly it looks like a half snowman. And I did that on both sides. I did a half snowman on each side and then I cut out the middle part. Okay. And if you're looking for lots of ideas, you can Google snowflakes and they'll pop up. If somebody has a Pinterest account, I'm sure if you put snowflake in, you can get all kinds of designs. I'm going to slowly unfold this. And this one turned out to have like a wheel of snowmen. Okay. I would definitely do this first, give it a shot, and then when you're done, stamp a photo of this one and upload it to me. If you want to give a shot for a harder one, you're more than welcome to, and then you can give me that photo as well. So I'd like one of each if you do a second one. Like I said, you can go in and you can Google Snowflake and get some ideas for that. There are several out there, and so is Pinterest. That's real popular right now. Just get it done. You can glue it to a background if you want. You can hang them. There are all kinds of different things that people do with them. After you're done snapping a photo, and I will see you next week.